How did you initially find out that you had Parkinson's?
It started in 1991 when I was just 49. I had a fall while playing tennis match and injured my left shoulder. A few months later, the pain persisted. The doctor told me that the pain was caused by the injury. In 1994, a doctor at Kuala Lumpur General Hospital noticed that my movement was clumsy and slow. Subsequently, I was referred to a neurologist who confirmed that I had Parkinson. He also told me that my shoulder pain was an early symptom of Parkinson.
Your diagnosis of Parkinson's was delayed by 4 years. Isn't that something unusual?
No, the delayed diagnosis of Parkinson is not surprising at all, as the symptoms are mild and many patients are not aware of the early symptoms. In my case, I had overlooked the early symptoms of Parkinson's that I had 4 years prior to my diagnosis. I can recall that my left upper limb became weak and did not swing normally when I walked. I often dragged my left feet. My body movement slowed down. I couldn't catch up with my wife while walking in the street.
What do you think is the best way to prevent the delay in the diagnosis of Parkinson's in this country?
Health education. We need to educate the public on early symptoms of Parkinson so that they will seek treatment as soon as the symptoms have appeared.
I am aware that you have been a very active Parkinson's community leader in Malaysia. You were once the president and also the editor of the Parkinson's support group. Can you tell us what inspired you to be involved in the Parkinson's support group activities?
I was inspired by two persons, Marian Low, a Parkinson's patient from New Zealand, who gave me a lot of encouragement when I was first diagnosed with Parkinson's. The late Mr. Lloyd Tan, who was the founding father of the Malaysian Parkinson's support group, was also a source of inspiration to me.
I understand that you have written a book for newly diagnosed Parkinson's patients. What do you aim to achieve with this book?
I want to tell them that they are not alone. They should remember that there are 35,000 other people in Malaysia who also suffer from Parkinson's. Don't give up. Parkinson is not as bad as what people think. The treatment of Parkinson's is very successful nowadays. Life can be meaningful after Parkinson's. I believe there's a better tomorrow for the Parkinson community.
Mr. Rahim, can you tell us briefly about your illness?
I was diagnosed with Parkinson in 2003. Initially, I had slowness of movement. I had difficulty in walking due to my leg stiffness. I experienced leg pains, which made it difficult for me to walk for a long distance. Unfortunately, my symptoms have been well controlled with medication. My quality of life is quite good. I can drive my car from Seremban to Kuala Lumpur. I am totally independent in my daily activities. I know that one day I may need DBS surgery, I am mentally prepared for it.
Why did you decide to join the Parkinson's support group?
In 2006, a friend introduced me to a Parkinson support group during their meeting in Seremban. I was very grateful to God for giving me the opportunity to join the Parkinson support group. Prior to that, I had been fighting the illness alone. I met many friends who completely understood how I felt, and they also suffered the same illness. I also learned more about the illness after attending the meetings and reading the Parkinson newsletter.
Can you tell us about what you have done in the Parkinson's support group?
I organize monthly meetings for Parkinson patients at Autism Malaysia. I myself invited the speakers, which include local specialists, physiotherapists, and dietitians. In addition, I also organized home visits for Parkinson patients who needed help and moral support. I think home visits are important because we can identify patient problems and offer our assistance wherever necessary. Our presence also provides comfort to patients as they know they are not neglected.
By joining the Parkinson's support group, what message are you trying to send to the Parkinson's community?
I want to prove to everyone that Parkinson patients are not useless despite their disabilities. Actually, Parkinson patients can contribute to the society as much as the healthy people can. In other words, I want the Parkinson community to know that Parkinson is not as bad as what many people think.
What are your hopes for the Malaysian Parkinson's community?
I wish that Parkinson will be considered an important illness in this country. Currently, many people think that Parkinson does not need much attention because it does not kill the patient. This is why Parkinson is not considered priority in Malaysia, unlike the killer diseases such as the cancer, heart attack, and stroke. I think this is a wrong perception. We need to change this wrong mindset.
Generally, Parkinson's patients are quite shy and introverted. In general, they are quite passive people. They are not adventurous or outgoing, and they usually don't take initiative to do anything new. Most of the time, their activities are confined at home. However, they are always an exception. Occasionally, I meet some Parkinson's patients who are unusually outgoing and who are different from the rest of the Parkinson's community. And these outgoing Parkinson's patients turn out to be the most successful Parkinson's community leaders that have changed the life of Parkinson's patients for the better. And I'm happy to say that Mr. Chi and Mr. Rahim are two of the most successful Parkinson's community leaders in Malaysia.
Usually, Parkinson patients do not take part in community work because they are too engrossed with their own problems. But Mr. Chi and Mr. Rahim are different from other Parkinson patients. Both of them reach out to the Malaysian Parkinson's community. We are fortunate to have both of them.
Mr. Chi and Mr. Rahim are remarkable because they have given public lectures on Parkinson's. They don't feel shy to reveal their illness to the public. In fact, they have taken part in a nationwide roadshow to raise awareness of Parkinson's.
Terima kasih kepada Mr. Chi dengan Encik Rahim di atas usaha mereka.